Tenta Brella, heavyweight Brella class weapon, has a shield like most of them. It has really low mobility, and that makes it one of the hardest weapons to use in this game actually. Some people's opinions also worse, but I mean, we don't get to choose this anyway. If it's in rotation, we get to play it, we must play it. That certainly has some quite big upsides actually. It's not all bad, it has its uses. Yeah, this is the painting pattern, pretty normal stuff for Brellas. Quite decent paint. If the flopper zones aren't contested, this can paint them alright. I'll paint if you want the best coverage, you're doing it from the side. Just do it right, and then I'm getting this pretty basic pattern, which works to get you up, but doesn't coverage. The damage, this is the really annoying number here, 245. You're just barely not killing these 500 HP bosses. What you can do to kill them is combo with a shield. Then again that's massive overkill. The shield damage itself, 100, works out really nicely for charms and price of course by extension. Also, multi-hit enemies. I'm hitting all these sprays here. That was not a multi-hit. That. So that even got max damage on the coax. Coax, yeah, of course, 2 hitting, they're not 500 HP. That's your 2 hitting. You can pre-fire them too a bit, like, right as they start attacking, you can do like this. Like if you aim well enough, they're gonna fall down on like that. Oh wow, look at that, 299 damage. That is really unlucky, but yeah, that can happen too, I guess. And you're seeing it right here, they're flying on the air and pretty much boxes of this thing work. Same with, really, they do spread quite a bit the further you get away. There's its uses, and that is thing, as you do wanna be like ideally at the end of the range for hitting stingers. It's actually possible to kill a stinger in 2 shots even. Very precise. If you're failing that, 3 shots should be easy. If you get too close, then you're not even getting a 3 shot anymore. So that is why you wanna stay away from them if it's possible. Yeah, to get back to the shield, it launches actually pretty fast and it's generally really good to launch this thing. Regenerates roughly right as it's about to disappear. Gets destroyed early, then of course you have to wait a bit longer for that to regenerate. Anyway, that is the timing. However, once the shields collide with enemies, that doesn't kill them, doesn't just go past them, but instead bounced around by them. So the path might be unpredictable at times. But still can be used to combo coax. If one gets hit twice by it, then 1 shot is all you need to get it off. And what is also nice in comparison to the old game is the shield is harder to destroy. It doesn't get immediately destroyed by Scrapper, for example. Or even yields, I believe, although I'm not too sure about that now, actually thinking about it. However, let's do destroy the shield immediately still. So you can not actually stand in front of Blitz and do this thing to them. It's actually really annoying, I don't know why they did that. Like, come on, the Tenta Brella would have deserved this, right? No, this is not a good weapon at all. Get under lids. Well, of course you can still do it, but yeah, needs really good planning, awareness and thing. Because being heavyweight, you are really slow, and you also have a lot of start and end lag when you weapon. It's really this weapon's weakness. The single target DPS that I believe, what is it? Oh no, it is kinda bad still at 288. I mean, you're mostly multi-hitting with that doesn't matter that much. And then shot numbers, of course. Big shot is 5 shots, drizzle is 4 shots. You can 1 cycle naturally. You time it right. Upper shield, 3 shots. Or 2 shots and 2 shield hits. Which would also work because the shield is not getting right anymore. Then, oh yeah, right, fish sticks. Let's talk about fish sticks. What you wanna do for fish stick is climb them. You can usually paint up the stick in 2 shots and climb, and then as you're climbing, fire a shot and then hold open the shield right away and stand at the edge of the pole somewhere. What then happens is like you hit 1 or 2 of the frays with your projectile first, and then the others are gonna fly into the shield and perish. And this is actually the best Brella for fish sticks. That's crazy to believe, right? But it's true. It is. That should cover all the bosses. Let's talk about night waves. Most significant night wave for this is Rush. You're overfishing, many Rush world records are made with the Tenta Brella. What you do with the Tenta Brella is you just launch it into the Rush's direction, only as you can. Then you do that again for the next cycle. Time passes, and changes, do it again for the next cycle. What, I didn't have my shield yet? Yeah, this might be actually really hard to keep up with at hazard level max. But yeah, the old hazard level max in Splatoon 2, which was 10.2 seconds per cycle, it was really easy to keep up with there. This game, I mean, you might not be at hazard level max anyway, and then the timer should still be fine enough to keep up with. Yeah, that is what you do in Rush. Yeah. If you do that right, then will spawn a lot of goldies for you. A lot of goldies killed by basket will mean a lot of eggs. That makes Rush records. Brilliance, of course, it doesn't exactly become free or anything. If you do have this thing and know how to use it, it'll be really helpful. There are also some techniques with certain walls or even baskets where you can just launch the shield against them and it's gonna hit even more chumps. A little bit later than if you were to launch it straight at the spawn direction. But more of them still, so it will be safer and aggressive. There are a lot of creative ways to use this there. Then while the shield is out, you can also help contribute damage to the Goldie with your normal shots. I always keep forgetting things about technique. Yeah, let's get through the night waves first anyway, and then I'm gonna mention this last thing, which is actually really important too. So gorillas, what you wanna do for gorillas is hold open the shield to let Smurfers walk into them. However, it is slightly preferable to not launch the shield. But it might happen that you launch it by accident because it gets launched really fast. Then it's not the end of the world, but be sure to protect yourself well when that happens. The launcher isn't super good. Rather just for it, and then maybe like lock like 2 different groups of Smurfs with that. You could do when you just launch the shit in some direction and then don't have it anymore. Right, seeking, it's not exactly great or anything, but there's a fun combo you can do. Let's say this here is the Goldie, the cook is the Goldie. Next, stand ahead of it as it's moves, and launch the shit this way. Then the Goldie should like walk into it and then get damaged by it a bunch. This is something you can set up roughly once per Goldie. It increases your DPS a little bit if you get it right. Finally, quick charge. Very immobile, you have a lot of lag. Use a cannon. Don't run X, use a cannon. Terribly. Alright, so this thing about general technique that I completely forgot to mention. So the ink consumption on shots is 5%, so you have 20 shots out of a full tank. is certainly a red. Like, you're not gonna be empty ever, pretty much. The shield launch itself is 30%, but you do always have to do a shot in order to do it, so it means 35% total. That means... right there, at the preview, lifesaver. You cannot do that anti-bomb, or the other way around. So if you ever feel like doing things like launching a shield out of life restricted from lasers, then cannot throw that bomb at it anytime soon. Vice versa. Is of course really annoying, but yeah, something to be aware of. Bomb and shield do not go well together. The one or the other. Now that is all about the Tenta Brella. Most important thing at the end. Oh bye.